Welcome back to the channel, guys and gals. Now, I know y'all been seeing a lot of videos from me the last 2 days. That's because, well, I've had 2 days off consecutively in a row, and I've just been working and enjoying life right now. So, what I am doing right now is some of y'all might remember, yeah, y'all kind of see this little truck right here, so there's a little bit of a hint there. So, a while back, I purchased these 3 passenger cars that came in a parts lot. One of those cars has already been rebuilt and has my brother's name on it, is now sitting on a shelf and has been lighted. The other one, which is right here, I cannot modify. I can add to it for detail purposes, but I can't modify it. Why? Well, take a look at these trucks. These are hand-built trucks. I think these were marks or something like that. And this is also one of these cars that's a wood and cardboard cutout. And I can't modify it, but I can add to it and continue to add to it to bring it more detail. So I've already added a coupler over here, which I may scoot that back just a little further. Not too sure yet. I'm going to do some test running on it. Y'all will be able to see the test run as well. Because these are spare Atlas knuckle couplers I had. So right now I'm going to reposition the camera for y'all. And give me just a second here. Well, okay, so this is going to work a little bit better. All right, let's get those screws out of the way and show you what I'm doing. So I am using a number 8 screw. I put a little nut on the end of it. I think it's also a number 8 nut, machine nut. Modified the coupler. So I've broken, not broken, but cut the tab off here, drilled out the hole some, and have deburred it completely. And then I have this little washer. That little washer works out great because it's going to go up underneath this. So, put the little washer right here, and yes, the steps are off of this one. It only had 2 steps on it, and was 1 at each end. So, I'm actually in the process of looking for my 4th step that's cast metal like this, because that's what I want to go back with instead of the wood ones, which I kind of hate to lose the wood ones, but at the same time they were old and falling apart, so it was time to update those. Oops. So now it's time to reposition my hands here to be able to get this all in. Always fun when you're doing modifications. I need to get HMS hood, need to finish lettering it, and Arc Royal needs to get painted. Then I'll work on King Charles, my Class 35 Hymix. I did have a subscriber ask me once why I named them that. And they are Class 35. They are from Britain. Don't get me wrong, I'd love to have a Deltic 3-rail O scale. I know they were made, but trying to find them. It's definitely going to be challenging. Because as y'all know, on a 3-rail O scale, you got to have deep flanges. I don't think you really have to. I mean, look at the Lionel Fast Track. It's designed a little bit differently, and some of my 2-rail stuff has shallow flanges that I've been converting over, and it still runs on that. But I also think it depends on if, like the Lima coach, it's actually set up what they call a mid flange, and that means it's not shallow, It's not deep like a Lionel, but it's right in between, which means it stays on the rails. So if you find those are nice. All right, so this is on there. That was a little looser than what I'd like. That's all right. We will. Okay, so we right now just adding these couplers on, which I am going to wind up carving out some diaphragms or bellows. Depending on what part of the country you're standing in is what you're going to say. Or if you're in Europe, bellows, they don't call them diaphragms. Let's take a look here. I do love my Atlas products. May have to be dropped down just a little bit more. So, which that's fine. That's what I was needing to check. Alright, so I need to drop it down a hair more. I'll give me another little washer right here. Crazy part about this is this one, when it came in, didn't even have any couplers on it. But I'm like, okay, you know, whatever. That's fine. So this should drop it down just a little bit more and make it a safe just dropped it. There it is. Thicker washer would have been nicer. Or I could have glued the two together, but I didn't for test purposes right now. Or test fitment purposes, I should say. Putting that nice little Atlas accessory back on there. There we go. All right, so I gotta take this back off here for a second. In case you wonder what I'm doing, putting this little piece, this Atlas brake hose back on. I'm gonna hit it with a drop of super glue just to keep it from coming off again. Instaset, great stuff. Love their products. And I mean, Instaset, Unset, yeah, I mean, great products. All right. If I have one where I can later on, I'll take them out, put some flat regular machine washers in there. All right. I think we're about where we need to be. Let's see. Now, the reason I'm washing these is that this car actually sits a little bit higher than what I would like. I think that has to do with the marks, but I think we're in pretty good shape right there. I mean, that's a touch higher than what I would like, but, you know, again, this is a car that's not going to get a lot of run time, so I don't want to, like, overly do it. Just because of its age. I probably will run a lot of it too, to be honest with you. So this is done at this point until I can get the other, or find the other cast metal step. I'm supposed to have it here somewhere. I have no idea where it's at. It's in one of my model boxes, I'm pretty sure. But I'll find it. So, see y'all in the next video here in just a few minutes. We're going to do a running video with this car. And I think we're going to use the Gus Hadley Special on this one. Gus, you up for a good train run? I hope so, dude, because diesel tender needs to be broke into as well. As always, keep the shiny side up, rubber down. I will see you on the next video here in just a few minutes. Y'all have a wonderful day if I don't get to see y'all then.